In the Hoosier State, so prized a possession is the old oaken bucket that I heard of a coach who won it for the first time and slept with it that night. From Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Indiana's offense will start this game off. Purdue somehow engineered a close victory the last time they faced the Hoosiers.
They dug deep. They had some good play calls, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the Jimmies and the Joes, and their players made it happen.
Well, and Purdue's dominated this series for a reason. They're typically the favorite. They have the better players, but rivalry games, we say anything can happen. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the arc. Can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So Purdue's offense will take the field for the first time. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamond. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they're after him. Got a 1st down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st and 25, but the rivalry itself goes back even further. 1891, alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course.
Take a sack back in the 36.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give on the option. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Leaves it with the running back. Big.
Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll do it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your score.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. They were rolling with the option, and the quarterback kept it, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
I'm impressed with this defense. They are locked in defending the option right now. Guys are playing assignment football, and they're just doing a great job with their eye discipline. They saw the QB pull that ball. They knew exactly who had it. They got to him and created the turnover.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Boilermakers! The defense putting points on the board.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds a little space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll give it to him again. Got the first down. He's still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't know if anybody saw this happening. He's 0 for 6 to start the game throwing it. He's just not seeing the field real well. The defense has done a great job in the back end and with their pass rush, making life really hard on him. But they've got no points, and it's not a surprise. I mean, they thought they would be able to find some explosive plays throwing it early. That is
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Racing down the left side. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry up. Going to run it. It's Avery. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Purdue.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Looking to throw on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got... a way to get on the same page.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Touchdown, Boilermakers! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
I'll tell you, you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They'll run the screen. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Catch in the middle, it's Winston. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think the toss does a really already number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Finds his man. It's Bettis. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Ivory. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Punt is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're
away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it on the read. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back up and try it again. Line is set on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ivory. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Dumps it off in the flats. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Winston. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it, 1st down and more. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! That's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make the first...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Off play action. Makes the grab. Inside the 40. Makes that. enough, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Now improvising. Makes one man miss. Turning it on. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football. All the stem in the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Blair. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Avery. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gandy. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a space. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. On second, that'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old Oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Off the play fake. Got his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
To the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Did the work himself. There he goes. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force them into third and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but man,
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Evanson. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Holding.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off play action on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Gandy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Now they'll run the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break. Him out. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Blair. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosiers hoping to get something on the board. They'll move the wide receiver. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Continues to fight for yards. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter play. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And they know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about it.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Boilermakers in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You got to be able to blitz, but get home. It's one thing to blitz just to blitz, but you got to find a way, slip through those cracks. Nice job by the defense. The QB had no clue. He was hanging in there, trying to be tough. Got hit as he threw the football, forced the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go.
Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Up-tempo for the offense.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Bettis. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Rides to back and leaves it. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! They move on top here in the fourth. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll give it to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Hold.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He's got it. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The give from the gun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the fullback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Vincent. It's complete to the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And the nice thing about late in the football game, when you have the lead, you kind of know the defense will get aggressive. You might get some man coverage. They get it to their receiver out wide. I love the run after the catch. He's got such playmaking ability. That's a big first down for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll go to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
Yeah, that's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is with penetration up front.
The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Purdue!
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Vincent. That's caught. It's Bettis. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. grab near the sticks. It's Bettis. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. Fourth down, down by one possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He wants to throw it again. That pass is incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Back to pass, it's Vincent. Quick completion on the out. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try it over the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to... football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Boilermakers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. The option look. Now the pitch. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The quarterback takes a knee. The latest edition of the Indiana-Purdue rivalry goes to the Boilermakers as they will boiler up and take home the old Oaken Bucket. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.